Because what happens now, guys, is that your success is like a spotlight shining down on their missed opportunities. Success, many will love you for it. The majority will hate you because your success makes them feel insufficient in their current endeavor. Reminds them of where they could have done it, but they came up short, and how they didn't revisit it. Where they went at it and failed, and failure is what stood. They never revisited it again. The difference between a winner and a loser, the failure's there every single time. It's just the winner gets back up and does it again, and does it again, until it goes his way. So now you're down that path and you're all alone. How do you know you're on the right path? How do you know what you're doing is in the right direction? If you're on the right path, look at the small things of life.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it.
I hope you know that our world wants to put some labels on you. Our world wants to try and tell you who you are, but you can't listen to the world. You can't have a faith that's dictated by the world. You gotta have a faith that dictates this world. The enemy's gonna try to label you. You're a loser, you're a failure, your past is too big, but you better know who you are.
At some point, everything's gonna go south on you. Everything's gonna go south, and you're gonna say, this is it. This is how I end. Now you can either accept that, or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin. You do the math, you solve one problem, and you solve the next one.
Whatever drama you may be dealing with, this is not the end of you. No matter what it is not the end. You can't quit now. And the only way out is through.
You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
You need to hear this loud and clear. You need to get this in your spirit, because I don't know what you're walking through, but some of you right now, you are in a tough season. An event has happened, and something's happened, and maybe you have failed. But I want to remind you that failure is not final, it's formative. It is part of the process. It's part of the journey. Your failure matters as much as your success. How do you think you're gonna grow if you don't ever fail? Yet some of you have failed and you have decided, well, guess what? I'm a failure. No, failure is an event. It is never a person. Just because you failed doesn't mean that you're a failure. In fact, failure is actually fuel for your future. You have to fail in order to succeed. The darker the night, the brighter the morning. This too shall pass. You're gonna get through this thing.
So don't stress out about it, and don't you dare turn around and go back home.
Don't back down from the pressure. Get back up. Don't quit. Keep the faith. Move forward. Never, never, never give up.
You are not a victim, so stop talking like it. Stop acting like it.
It's your trial, it's your tribulation that's gonna get you out your comfort zone. It's your trial, it's your tribulation that's gonna take you to the next level. So listen to me, it ain't no shame in thinking about quitting. It ain't no shame. It ain't no shame in getting tired. It's no shame in feeling burnt out. It's no shame. But the trick is, say to yourself, I gotta rethink it and get this thought out of my mind. Why? Because the shame is in quitting. So if you thought about it, ain't nothing wrong with that. But whatever you do, don't let that thought become a reality.
You see, the fight's not over if you've been knocked down. It's only over if you quit. If you make the decision to get up one more time, I'm telling you, you will win the fight.
I'm not a real smart guy. And what I mean by that is I was born with ADD, ADHD. My brain cannot retain information. I'm not some genetic freak when it comes to running, when it comes to lifting weights. I am absolutely the bottom of the barrel. And people will never believe me. And they can just, whatever, believe what you want to believe. So when you ask me this question about what does studying look like for me,
I have to go over the same page over and over and over and over again. While Jennifer can look at that page while she's, quizzing me, she'll learn it right then as she doesn't know anything about it. She will quiz herself or quiz me and learn it as she's quizzing me. It's the most frustrating thing in the world how my brain works.
You will never succeed more than you fail. That's not how it works. You know why? Because failure is a wonderful teacher. It's the only way to learn. You have to fail. Failure is a part of the process to becoming successful. I tell people this all the time. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the world, he took 946 game-winning shots. 946 times since he was in high school, the ball has been in his hand to take the game-winning shot with no time on the clock. He has only made 146 of those. He has missed over 700 times, but he has made 146. You know what they write about? When you make it. They write about when you make it. So guess what? When you get through failing, all you gotta do is make one.
So I'm here to tell you that it will take longer. It will be more difficult. It will require more effort on your part. But you know what I can tell you about that? When you do the hard things, you will have a happy and easy life. But if you constantly choose to take the path of easy and negotiate and compromise, you will have a hard life that ends with regret. So I'm here to tell you that if you live a no compromise life, if you become unreasonable in your expectations, you will become the 2.0 that you deserve to become and that your family deserves to have as a leader.
Everyone hits the ground at one point. The question is, who gets back up? Failure is part of success. Someone achieves a title and everyone tries to chase that title. They never get the title. And why? Because they're chasing the title. The title is nothing. There's nothing there. It's not the materials. It's the individual that created the title. You gotta study the character. And when you study the character, you'll see failure everywhere. You'll see some dark hours, man. But it could have all just fell apart. Why didn't it? The belief of the individual. True as with where he's going. Kept his eyes focused on the horizon. Didn't get carried away with all the ups and downs and the bullshit battles of the daily. It said, are you on a journey of betterment? Moving somewhere in some progressive state? Are you moving or are you sat down and giving in, throwing in the towel? Resting on what you had, not willing to take that risk. The thing is, everyone that's done it and achieved it have failed 1,000,000 times over before they finally got it.
Failure and setbacks, people quitting, chargebacks, flunking the exam. That's all gonna happen. Just get ready. You're gonna have false start after false start. Get it going, then you don't. Get it going, then you don't. Don't give in to that stuff. Don't give in to the fears. Don't give in to the setbacks. You're gonna have failure. It's part of the game. And when you get weak, when someone quits, when an appointment cancels, when some Yahoo tells you you shouldn't be doing this, and you're not good enough, or there's something better, whatever they tell you, you remember why you're doing it. You gotta have a permeating attitude that you're gonna win. You gotta have a positive outlook. You gotta be optimistic. You gotta know you're gonna win. Right now, you gotta say, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. My life is gonna win. There's gonna be a victorious life here. Because listen to me, the price you pay for losing here is too extreme. You have to carry the burden of failure the rest of your life. The people in life that win play offense, not defense. Stop backing into everything. Stand up. Bow your back a little bit. Start to walk a little different. Start to be that best version of you. You can do it in your quiet way. You can do it the way you do it. But somehow they got to look at you and go, okay, I won't monkey with that one. You're going to have to put up with some rejection. You got to put yourself in an uncomfortable place. Listen to me. Do it. Put yourself in an uncomfortable place. Don't negotiate it. Don't try to navigate it in your head. Negotiation, you will lose. Unrealistic people rule the world. Quit trying to be so daggum realistic. Remember this, weird, rich, normal, poor. You gotta get a little road dog in you. You gotta rise up. You gotta make your dreams a reality and live a damn masterpiece.
Instead of just walking slowly through the park, start running through the park. Instead of running through the park, put some jumps in. Put some more intensity in. So what it means is, step by step, do something that you get out of the heaviness. Because it's not gonna come flying. And of course you cannot expect someone to make a huge leap from one day to another. But this is why there are steps. This is why sometimes time is also on your side. step by step. Continuity, trust in the process, and trust in the universe, or trust in the words.
Trial and error. You grow up and you make game-winning shots and it's awesome. You come back the next day and miss a game-winning shot and it's misery. And then the next day comes and you're back playing again, and you understand that life has this cyclical nature where it's, what you do on Monday, it's fantastic, but then Tuesday is a bad day. But guess what? There's Wednesday. Yeah. So are we just supposed to live our lives like this the whole time? Versus just staying like this and understanding that it's really just a journey of evolution every day. It's just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter. It's the figuring out that matters.
What happens in the fearful mind, it starts asking this question, what if? What if this terrible thing happens? What if this terrible thing happens? What if this terrible thing happens? And we generate and we stew within our gut these acids and these fears that literally trick our mind into thinking we can't change. The reason people get stuck sometimes is they're unwilling to push through their fears, through their discomforts. And the reason it is because they got disappointed, they got hurt, there's an emotional stuck there. And all you can do is you just gotta go, I gotta push into those things. Okay, I'm scared of it, but I'm gonna lean into it, I'm gonna push into it, I'm just gonna keep going until I break through. Don't avoid the fear, don't avoid the anxiety, don't avoid the trouble. They're always gonna be there. They're not gonna go away. They're always gonna be there. The question is, are they in control? The question is, are they at the wheel or are you at the wheel? Are they captaining your ship or you're the captain? Are you playing victim or are you playing victor into those things? That's the question. Apply that. Push again. Find something you're excited to push against. If you're stuck because of your fears, you need to give yourself permission to push into it and to say, I'm gonna get in the ring again. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm probably getting punched around a little bit by life because I've been on my ass for a little while, but I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna learn to take the swings, and I'm gonna learn how to fight. I'm gonna get back into this thing, and I'll stay in it. I'll get over it. You need to push.
The mind is more powerful if you learn to direct it. If you don't direct it, if you don't shape it, if you don't condition it, it'll mess with you. It's a discipline to say, I don't negotiate with myself. I don't negotiate with my fear. You don't have to feel good to do this. I don't give a shit how you feel. I don't give a shit how I feel. I don't feel like doing a lot of things, but I always do it because I train my nervous system to do that. And if you would just develop that discipline, it will free you of so much. It'll help you achieve more than the people around you, because most people, they want to feel a certain way before they do it. Screw that. Stop the habit of thinking you have to feel good. Do it anyway. Train yourself. Don't negotiate with yourself. The only way through fear is massive action.
It's our job to say, I want to stand out. It's our job to say, I want to follow my own bliss. I want to achieve that next level for myself and for my family. And so push. Set up the habits, do the tasks, set the schedule, get the deadline, have a vision for yourself, get out of your own way, handle what's in front of you, and as you do that, you will start to see that you will accelerate. Your success will come faster, and as it does, it will be less likely that you're going to get stuck again. Get on a roll. It's your time.
All I need is 5 hits. That's all. Y'all don't even know I was in them other meetings. They don't write about it. They just write about my hits. You just need a hit, man. So when you fail, it's a part of the process. Keep going. You're supposed to fail. Shit, who you know that gets it right all the time? That's impossible. You have to fail. Matter of fact, when you fail, be glad about it. Every time you fail, you're one step closer. So every time you fail, say, whew, got that out the way. Go to the next one. Fail again, okay, I got 2 out the way. What's gonna happen is if you just keep swinging, you're gonna get a hit.
There's 10,000 times more going on inside the head of a man than you have any idea. He's carrying burdens that you don't have a clue about, and he don't know how to express them, and he don't know what to do about it, and he figures if he puts it out there and communicates it, he's just gonna be shot down, called a fool, called weak, so he carries it inside, and you have no clue the burdens and the hell that most men are carrying inside and not even showing you.
To grow that thing, how do you grow it? Do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. That's the hack. The hack is gonna f***ing suck. And that's what I realized. That's what I realized. Life, that's why I wanted to come on here today. I didn't want to come on here and talk about no fucking passion and purpose and how to get the fuck out of bed and how to hit a fucking alarm clock and all this catchphrase bullshit, because that wasn't how I lived. That wasn't how I lived. I woke up like every human being does and goes, fuck, man, I'm a fucking piece of shit today. How the hell is this gonna work out for me? And you fight that. You don't override it. There's no override button. It's the conversation in your fucking, like, in your head. So how do you do that? We don't have enough of these conversations about the real conversation that every human being is having. And they have no idea how to get out of it, but they do.
Right? How dare anybody talk shit on someone who is trying to level up in their life, in their marriage, as a father, in their personal income, in their health, in their mindset? How dare they? That society has gotten to a place that when you try and better yourself, that they will fucking throw shade on you. I believe that you have the right to throw shade right back. And you just slap their fucking gelatinous little titties and go, look at this. I could fucking milk you, bro. I could milk your little titties. So I'm gonna go to the gym and build some fucking pecs while you go and drink booze and pump out estrogen. Now listen, man, I'm not trying to say you ought to be that level of an asshole. I can be that level of an asshole because I am, and I'm passionate and I give a shit. And if you want to, you should. But I am saying be unreasonable in your expectations. I don't take shit from anyone. I don't want you to take shit from anyone like that. Because you only live one life, right?
Something in the near future, relative future, that gives value to today. 90 days out, man, I'm gonna run a marathon. 90 days out, I'm gonna enter a bodybuilding contest. 90 days out, the family reunion, high school reunion, I'm gonna look my best. 90 days to become that person I wanna be. To turn that dream into a reality, I got 90 days. Today is 1/90th of that opportunity. If I don't have a 90-day end state, there's no bookends. I can easily push off my responsibilities of today into tomorrow and not feel bad about it. But when there's an end, then today has value all of a sudden, doesn't it?
Don't ask yourself, why me? Instead, ask yourself, now what am I going to do about it? Figure out what you're going to do. Say to yourself, I am going to detach. I am going to assess the situation. I am going to come up with a plan and I am going to execute.
Keep going through this problem, this situation. Put one foot in front of the other. That's how you're going to make it through this, past this, over this. It's going to take the dog mentality. It's going to take you getting a hold of this thing and not letting go. You're going to have to fight and fight and fight till you can't fight anymore. If you put in your mind at this moment that whatever it takes, I will do whatever I have to do to get to the other side, to make it over, to press through this. Nothing will hold me back. Nothing will stop me. That is the power that you have to speak something into existence. Your dreams are waiting on you. Your goals are waiting on you. Your future, you are waiting on you. So quit wasting time complaining, moaning, snap out of it. It's snap into reality. No, it's not always glory and fame. Sometimes it's heartache and pain. But if you push through those times, the sun will rise on your life. You will reach the top of that mountain.
You have been disappointed over and over and over again. And every time you try, you come up short. And some of us have tried, got blocked. Tried, got blocked. Tried, got blocked. And I tried so hard and I still got looked over. And don't you know it's hard when your expectation has been damaged by disappointment? It's a slow damage. It's a slow tearing of the muscle fibers. It is not one event that creates it. It's over and over. I tried and I tried and I stayed and I disciplined and I showed up. And the man has finally gotten to a place where he is tired of trying.
You can't keep telling yourself that you're doing everything you can, because it's bullshit. You have limitless potential. Look at all your adversity and all the excuses, square in the fucking face, and push yourself out of your comfort zone to achieve what you want. You do everything you can to get past this wall. and carry on your journey on the road to your target on the other side. You have to have persistence, absolute persistence to get past it. You've got to try to go round it. You've got to try to go under it. You've got to try to go over it. And if all else fails, you've got to smash through the fucking thing. You've got to claw with your fingernails to get through it.
I'm fighting for my peace of mind. I'm fighting to create a brighter tomorrow. I'm fighting to make a difference in life. I want to control my own future, to write my own check, to control my own destiny.
Never give up, never. If you have persistence in everything you do, you can achieve anything. But you've got to believe it's possible. This persistence is like a muscle, and every time you tap into it, you're making it stronger. So the next time you hit one of these walls on your journey, which you inevitably will, you are much stronger and you'll go through it again and again and again and again until you become fucking unstoppable.
A champion doesn't become a champion in the ring. He's merely recognized in the ring. The becoming happens during his daily routine. The practicing, the developing, the discipline that when applied consistently can get you to the next level.
If you look at the true warriors of humanity, you look at the true empire builders, you look at the true titans who are constructing a better world, they're less about pleasure seeking because they understand that if you want to have a great life, a soaring life, look at what most people do and do the opposite. Growth comes through discomfort. You look at a great athlete, it's the way they show up in the championship game is simply how they showed up in the lonely light of the early hours at practice. To have the results only 5% of the population have, you've got to be willing to do the things that only 5% of the population are willing to do. When you live like this, when you get up early, when you go the extra mile, when you have painstaking attention to detail, when you honor your potential as a lifelong student, when you live by this white belt mentality, always thinking like a beginner, always learning, growing, expanding. When you live like this, when you devote yourself to your craft, when there's a sparkle in your eye to change the world and live your heroic potential, you'll be called a freak, an oddball, a misfit. But just remember this, if people don't misunderstand you, you're not playing at your personal genius.
Where are the warriors that say, I'm gonna make a decision and I'm keeping it? And regardless of how you feel about it, it doesn't matter if the world is crumbling or down around you. It doesn't matter what's happening. Just do the thing every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Oh, I don't feel so good today. Get your lazy, sick ass up out of bed. Your only commitment is to the activity, not to the grand scheme, not to the big picture, not to the implications of what it is that you're doing. It's to do the thing. Habits are the building blocks of our lives. It's what you can do every single day that matters more than anything. Devote yourself to something bigger. Be decisive about what you're gonna do. Say, I'm gonna do it and that's it. And then be disciplined about getting it done every single day, whether you feel like it or not.
Whatever you want, you gotta be willing to accept whatever comes with it. You don't judge a person by where they stand in times of comfort and convenience. You judge them by where they stand in times of challenge and controversy. Like when you work for something, it gives you a different type of attachment to it. The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. That's why cats can give up so easy. They ain't got nothing invested. They ain't worked for it, they ain't sacrificed for it. But when a cat worked for something, and when a cat been sacrificed for something, well, you gonna have a cold day in hell before you take it from them. Because they value it different.
Yep, you're going to quit. Quit when you're at your peak, when you're very, very successful. But don't quit.
I'm not retreating. I'm not running. I don't care if you say we outnumbered. We live by this and we die by this. We don't retreat. Once we hit that wall, we don't quit, we don't give up. We push a switch called will, and we start using our willpower. Yes, we tired. Yes, the mind is saying give up. Yes, it's saying quit. But we cannot quit because we realize we have not reached the goal yet. This is not what I dreamed about. This is not what I said I was going to do. This is what I talked about. This is not what it looks like. And then once we get past that place, we become comfortable with being uncomfortable. We no longer thrive to be in the comfort zone. We no longer place ourselves in positions that make us feel good because some of what you want, some of what you're trying to get ain't in the comfort zone. And so if what you want is not in the comfort zone, you got to come out of the comfort zone to get what you want.
Absolutely refuse to quit when you know what you're doing, what you're studying, the price you're paying is going to pay enormous dividends in the long run. Remember, 3% of the population earn 97% of all the money that's being earned. It's not an accident. It's not that they're that bright. Some of them aren't. They've learned to pay the price, and they always earn the reward. It's got nothing to do with being smart. It's got nothing to do with being better. It has to do with being wise. And if you learn that lesson and you burn it into your mind, you will always come up with results that stick.
You're going to have ups and downs in life. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to lose businesses. You're going to lose jobs. You're going to break up. And there are times when you get injured, and there are times when you get mentally defeated and you feel like you don't want to do it anymore. And those days go on and on and on. Things are going to go wrong. And what you need to do is to keep moving forward. No matter what happens, keep moving forward.
We all go through pain. Get a reward for yours. There's some things in life you don't need no degree for. You don't need no money for it. You don't need no support for it. There's some things in life you just gonna get through when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get through this. I need you to look at that sickness that's going on in your life right now, whatever it is. I want you to say, I can beat it. I can beat it. I will beat it. I must. You think it's gonna be easy? Forget about it. All right, don't even try to be successful. It's a wrap. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's gonna take its place? Success. And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. I'm unbreakable now.
Life is going to see how bad you want what you say you want. Impose your will on it. Life will give in to you if it knows you're serious about whatever it is that you're trying to do. Life will give in to you. Whenever you start, you make sure you finish. If you do not kill me, you will not stop my drive. No petty adversity will not stop me. I have to complete every mission that I set out on.
From this day forward, set out to achieve greatness, not by looking for someone to give it to you, but by going through all of the blood, all of the sweat, all of the hard work, by going to work to set your own inner greatness free. I believe in you, because I know it's there. No matter what anyone else has said, or how anyone else has made you feel before, it's there. So you had it harder than other people, well then you're gonna have to work a little harder. But trust me when I say, you have greatness inside you.
Wherever we are, with whatever hand that life has dealt us, we have the freedom of spirit. We can go through life whining and weeping, or we can have the kind of spirit that regardless of what happens to you, you can stand up inside of yourself. You have an uncomfortable soul. It can be painful, it will be uncomfortable, and that's where the growth is. When you're stretching out, when you're taking life by the collar, you're gonna get thrown to the ground again and again and again. But when you have determination, and you know that what you're doing is right, it gives you your life, it gives a special meaning and power to you, you'll begin to discover some things about you that you don't know you've got when you put yourself in that type of challenging situation.
When they're not all in, when they're not dedicated, and there's another level you get to when you go all in. I've made up in my mind, each year you're gonna work through this. You're gonna get up, you're gonna get dressed, you're gonna get out, and you're gonna do what you've been called to do. You're gonna be what you called to be, and you're gonna prove to everybody that tried to break you, everybody that tried to stop you, everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're gonna prove all of them wrong. You have to get this beast mode. You gotta get this beast mode. You gotta embody beast mode. Everything about you has to say, I ain't playing. If it's to have, I'm gonna get it.
I will conquer what has not been conquered. Defeat will not be in my creed. I will believe what others have doubted. I have trained my mind and my body will follow. Who am I? I am a champion. I will acknowledge the fact that my opponent, he don't expect me to win, but I will never surrender. Weakness will not be in my heart. No one will deny me. No one will define me. And no one will tell me who and what I am and can be. Belief will change my world. It has moved continents, it has moved countries, it has put man on a fucking moon, and it will carry me through this battle. Who am I? I am a champion. Defeat, retreat, those are not in my words. I don't understand these definitions. I don't understand when things go wrong. I don't understand mistakes, but I do understand this. I understand victory, and I understand never surrendering. Because no matter how bad things go, my heart and my mind will carry my body when my limbs are too weak. Who am I? I am a champion. Today will be that day. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, right here. Who am I? I am a champion. History will remember me, and no one will tell me what I can and cannot be. I will never give up, not knowing I've given everything I've got. Because who am I? I am a champion.
Listen to me, many of you right now, life's got you up against the rope, and you gotta do me a favor, like you can't give up, you can't give in. And the reason why most of you are not successful is because every single time stuff not going your way, you give up, you quit, you let go, and people feel weakness, they feel it. It is literally at the darkest moment when it dawns. You don't really even get to the next level to your darkest moments.
No matter what you've ever been through, you had to go through it to get right here.
There's glory on the other side of pain. No pain lasts always. And when you make up your mind to deal with pain because you know what it feels like, man, ain't a devil in hell can stop what you're trying to do.
There's one side of pain that's the suffering and the discomfort side of pain. But then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory. It's called if you can find a way to push through pain, there's something greater on the other side of it. And if you never tap into it, it's because the first time you felt it, you backed off.
Stop tripping when it get dark and you running. You running from your success. Why would you do something for 10 years then quit? If you was gonna quit, you should have quit when you put your first brand in it. You're like 9,800 hours deep into it. It only takes 10,000 hours. So it's not the darkest moment that's the problem. You the problem, and your perspective is the problem. Every time you come up to a challenge, you quit, you surrender, you give in. Every single thing I go through, I remember I was homeless and I draw from it. Every single time I'm going through pain, I remember that I've gone through pain since I was a kid. I draw from it. Recycle your pain. Get something from it. You're already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you to greatness. Take your pain, use your pain to push you past whatever you can dream of. Take your pain, take the fact that your father wasn't in your life, take the fact that it took you 12 years to get a 4-year degree, take the fact that you started with nothing. You recycle your pain. You use your pain. You take your pain and let your pain push you to another level. You have come too far to quit now. You have invested too much to quit now. You have lost too much to quit now. Get a reward for your pain. Don't cry about it. Don't whine about it. Get a reward for it. I didn't quit. I didn't stop. I didn't whine. You know what I did? I got my reward for it. I don't take L's no more. No more L's in my life. All we do is win, win, win.
When they don't seem to understand, that's not what life is about. You have to look at it like this if you truly want to succeed in life. Your dreams and goals are your enemies. They want nothing to do with you. They refuse to be conquered unless you are willing to get out there and put in the work and invest in with your dedication, your time, your pain, your effort, your blood, your sweat, your tears. That is how you achieve something. It's not going to stop off and just say, hey, here the f*** I am. You know, success is here at your plate. That's not the way it works. So if you continue to sit there and not make any effort whatsoever into applying yourself, and you sit there and bitch and moan about why isn't anything going good for me, you're not doing anything. You're not investing any time in pursuing that dream or goal. So why should it come to you? You don't deserve it. And just like the critics out there that I can't stand, they will sit there and point their fingers at every single person that's pursuing their dream and their goal, and sit there and just badmouth them, and say constant just negative shit about them, like, well, look at that person, he failed this, that, and the other. Well, you know, maybe he shouldn't have tried it, yada, yada, yada. At least that motherfucker stepped foot in the arena and tried. It takes guts to take that first step and say, here we go. I'm accepting the possibility that I might fail. That's the type of drive you gotta have, that kind of passion to succeed in life. Once you get a chance to get you up off your ass and doing something to change your life. It's your life and you've only got one to live. Stop with this shit about sitting back, just wait for your dreams to come to you. I'm not doing it either. I'm going out there full speed ahead, and nothing's gonna stop me. Nothing will stop me.
Life can throw you some curves. And it's not just the things that you see coming, but sometimes it's the things that you didn't see coming that hit you out of nowhere, that set you back in such a way that it seems like you can't get over. And you've reached your limit and your bandwidth is full. You already said, I can't take another thing. And then out of nowhere, here comes something you didn't see coming and you're in it.
And in your homes, somewhere in your heart, these words are echoing. Am I going to make it?
When you get into a tight spot and everything goes against you until it seems that you cannot hold on for a minute longer, never give up then, for that is just the place and time that the tide will turn. There are times when your energy feels so depleted that you want to give up, that it looks just totally impossible. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, don't give up then. That's when you've got to fall forward, when life is kicking dirt in your face. Don't give up then. That's when most people turn back.
As long as you're alive, there is hope.
You're still alive. You're still here.
It's never too late, and it's never too dark, and we can always turn things around.
There's going to be bad days, there's going to be dark days, but you got to embrace it because that pain is what makes you stronger.
Pain is the high cost of growth. If you want to grow up, you want to be mature, there is no way to do it without pain. You can't grow up on easy street. And the very thing that discourages you is the very thing that develops you.
No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. The only person that's going to make a drastic change in your life, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the only person that is going to dig you out of your hole is who? You. You have to do it for you.
You've got to become courageous to stand up within yourself, to face it and step forward.
We all get a taste of that victim mentality, the why me. You can become the victim of the situation or the victor of the situation. You need to be the master of your emotions, not let them affect you. You are the dictator. You're the captain of your boat, whether you let things affect you in a negative way or a positive way. I don't lose. I only win or learn. In life, there's only winning or learning. All your problems become gifts once you learn from them.
And some of you have allowed adversity to make you stop. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. Execute, execute, execute. In the midst of adversity, execute. You're going to work through this. You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to get out. And you're going to do what you've been called to do. You're going to be what you called to be. And you're going to prove that everybody that tried to break you, everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're going to prove all of them wrong. And if you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you, on the other side is the reward.
Your victory has defeated you.
some of you, your success has messed you up. You so successful now, you soft. Your success has not benefited you. You've not grown as a result of being successful. You've lost your bite. You're not hungry anymore. Your success is damaging you. Now many people want the life that you have and you got it and you not taking it serious. You know how many people would die to have your life and you got it. It's your life. You got it. What you gonna do with it?
Telling yourself that you don't need to go harder or you don't need to do more in your job or be more disciplined in the way that you live. If you tell yourself those things, that's actually a lie. Because you know you can do more. You know you can be more. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And it eats you up.
When you get content, when you settle, somebody's chasing you, somebody's coming from behind, and somebody's trying to take your spot. And so every single day when you wake up, you gotta set new goals, new benchmarks. You gotta raise it higher and higher and higher so you can make your dreams become a reality.
No complacency. No complacency. No backing off. No slack whatsoever. Fight.
If you're a student in school, try harder, study harder, and focus more. You got this. That athlete that's out there, and you're not training how you're supposed to. Go 10, 15 minutes harder, 5, 10 more reps.
You have to work when no one's watching. You have to train like there is no tomorrow. Day after day after day. You can improve just a little bit every day.
That's the effort you need to be great. That's the sacrifice that you have to put in order for you to get to the next level that you need to be at. You think I won't make it? Try me. I will stand up to any task, any day, anywhere. I've been a failure before. Now it's time for me to succeed. I've been without, and I'm hungry for success.
Am I satisfied? Not by a long shot. And I will not go quietly until the night. I will go kicking and screaming.
Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity I have to reprove myself again. Because the day you become content is the day you die. Is the day the person who's trying to catch you will get you.
Where other people bend and break, you've got to get stronger. Where other people fall by the wayside, you've got to keep going. If you want to do something extraordinary, you've got to set the bar ridiculously high and then surpass all expectations.
You got to decide right now. Am I willing to fight every day? Am I willing to be called stupid or a dreamer or crazy by all my friends and family? Am I willing to deal with that sort of life to get the life that I truly want? If the answer is yes, you're going to be good.
I hear from a lot of people that struggle with all these things. They're caught. They're drowning. They're folding under the weight of pain and suffering and misery, and they ask me what I think. Well, what I think is that you are better than that. You are better, and you can triumph over these dark forces. You can become better. You can be better. But it takes courage, and it's hard. But what is the other choice? What else can we do? Let the darkness completely consume us? No. Do not accept that. Remember what human beings are capable of suffering through, and remember that even in those situations where everything seems to be taken away, when you seem to have no choice at all in the world, remember that you can still choose how you react to the things around you. You can still choose your attitude. It's our choice, and we are responsible. We are responsible. to be strong instead of weak, to become what we want to become, not what we let ourselves become. We own the course. You control the narrative.
It wasn't about the potential. It wasn't about the genetics. It wasn't about the perseverance. And it wasn't about being the hardest fucking worker in the room. There is no excuse for not being the hardest worker. Yeah, someone might be bigger, stronger, faster, quicker, younger, whatever else, but there is no excuse to not be the hardest fucking worker there. And when you believe that you have the ability to do something, that the life that you're living right now is going down this direction, you fucking hate where it is, there is nothing else to do but to change direction. A belief that I cannot go that way anymore, I gotta go this way. And what do you have to lose? You know the outcome if you continue the same shit. Why not just commit one time in your life to something? See what happens. There are no losers in the world of passion and commitment to something. No one loses there. The losers are the people that sit the starting line and never initiate. Why not believe in it? What's the other option? It's a life forgotten, man. In the acting world, if I go to the audition, I have a fucking chance of getting the part. If I don't go to the audition, I'm out of the game. I know the outcome, nothing. Show up. If you get knocked on your ass, show up. At least you have a possibility, you have a chance. You have a voice of doing something with your fucking life. Believe it within you. Because every motherfucker that has ever achieved it had to believe it when everyone else said it wasn't possible. They said it fucking was. And there they stand. Boom, did it. Your turn. Today we're gonna start. And every day we're gonna pay our day's dues. You're not gonna close any more windows. This day it changes. Every day forward is a better day. No longer are we gonna accept rhymes and society's rhyme the reason that we are average. Average is a weak mentality. We must believe it so much so that we're arrogant about it. We must be pissed off for excellence. It doesn't matter about the past, it's today. What are we doing today? What are we going to engage now? And once we engage, we commit. Once we engage, it's every fucking day we engage. Because that's the better life. It's your option though. What are you going to do?
You have to recognize if you're trying to eliminate all risks from your life, what you're actually doing is eliminating all possibility from your life. You're trying to collapse the universe of outcomes such that what you've lost is freedom. You've lost the ability to act because you're afraid.
Freedom lies in the courage and the discipline of daring to attempt what others fear.
And if you really take the time to think about what you're afraid of, you're going to realize that fear is not only irrelevant, it is a tremendous advantage. Fear is the ultimate tool to leverage pressure on yourself to succeed. When you're afraid of failing, when you're afraid of people laughing at you, when you're afraid of losing everything, guess what happens? You do the fucking work to make that not happen. Fear is a tremendous tool. And not only should it be embraced, you have to learn to use it. Being afraid is the best fucking thing you could ever have for yourself when it comes to turning that into energy, to have drive, to have ambition, to have progress in your life. But you've got to take that first step. You've got to take that first action. And if you don't ever take that first action, fear will paralyze you to a point of you becoming nothing, being nothing, standing for nothing, and basically being irrelevant your whole entire life. You know how you get fucking confidence? By fucking attacking your fear and overcoming your fear. There's a big misconception out there that people who are successful are not afraid. But I disagree. I think people who are successful are the most afraid because they're gonna run the hardest, they're gonna run the fastest, and they're gonna be the ones who are gonna take every single action that they have to take to make sure they get where they need to be, and at the very least, that they don't go back to where they were. So don't fucking wait. Don't worry about what if. Make a list, execute the fucking list, do that every single day, and you will be where you want to be. I fucking guarantee it.
These fears can be anything, from applying to a job, taking that first step. What I've found in life so far is all of these things normally have one thing in common: the fear that you might fail. What if I apply for that job and I don't get it? What if I take that first step, doing whatever it is, and I get hurt? The fear of failure is rooted deep in all of our subconsciouses, but most of us don't even know it exists. We go about our day-to-day telling ourselves the reason we aren't doing the things that we should be doing is because some bigger fear, some greater reason that actually doesn't exist at all.
Getting successful, it's not a magic trick. You have a say-so in that. You can decide to be rich, but you first have to think it. The difference between successful people and non-successful people is here. You have to change this. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting. So if you're at a place in your life and you ain't happy with it, you have to change some things. But you have to make a conscientious decision that you're going to change. And it's not dependent on anybody else. It don't matter what your mama think, it don't matter what your coworkers think, it don't matter what your siblings think, it don't matter what your children think, it don't matter. They have nothing to do with it. This decision is yours and yours alone.
Never let anybody tell you that you can't.
A lot of time as a leader, a lot of time as a business builder, a lot of time as a craftsperson, we will have an idea for a business or a product where the rest of the world says that's impossible. And we have to be coming from a place from within where our I can is larger than our I can. You absolutely must do the interior work required where you have these fiery levels of confidence where when the world is saying, you know what, I dismiss your vision, or that is impossible, you have to be that lone voice who goes, no, you know what, it is possible, and just watch me do it.
I am not going to allow anything to shake me. I'm not going to allow anything to stop me. I'm not going to allow anything to stop my happiness and my growth. You got to live beyond reality. Even before you do it, see yourself doing it. Even before you accomplish it, see yourself accomplishing it. Your perception is everything, not just circumstances, not just situation. It's how you see it. And if you can learn to see it correctly, if you can learn to just get past the pain, get past the little hurt, and if you can learn to see it properly, I guarantee you could be what you want to be. You can have what you want to have. You can do what you want to do.
The myth of the overnight success is just that, a myth.
You have to understand that no matter what you do, time is going to be a factor. You guys are one of two ways. You either understand patience and you kick your fucking feet up and you don't do shit, or you do everything you can for 2 months' time and then you say it's not working. And both of those are wrong. You've got to understand aggressive patience. Aggressive patience is this. I understand it's going to take time, but I also am going to be aggressive about everything that I do to make that point happen. I am going to literally do every single thing I can do to expedite that process with urgency.
You will never win at the highest level until you can hold two competing ideas in your head. And here are the two ideas. Idea number one, this is going to take me 10 years. Idea number two, I'm going to make it happen today. And I'm going to ask myself every day, why didn't it happen today? What thing did I not do? What skill set am I missing? What am I going to have to do? What's the next massive leap forward? But it's going to take 10 years and only actually going to happen for me if I'm going all out every day like it has to happen right now.
Doing things that matter take time. Doing things that are great take time. Doing things that are going to get you fucking paid take time. And you can't get around it. You can't outwork time. You can't change it. You can't do anything about it. It's just going to take time. And if you can understand aggressive patience and you can put it into play in your life, you can not only achieve everything you want to achieve, but you can do so with a sense of calm, with a sense of confidence, with a sense of certainty that your life is going to turn out the way that you want it to. It takes faith. You have to trust that things are going to happen. At the end of the day, If you go to bed at night and sleep good knowing you gave every fucking day your all, you can feel good that things are going to happen.
You're never, ever, ever, ever going to feel like doing the things you need to do in order to have what you want. You're always going to need to push yourself. You're always going to need to parent yourself.
Nobody is going to hand you the fulfillment of the dream you have in your mind about a great life you want to fucking live. This is what's wrong with people today. They think that great lives just fall out of the fucking sky. If they dream hard enough, that their life will turn out just the way they dream. It's a fucking lie you're feeding yourself every day. I and other successful people wake up every day doing the same thing, fighting back against the distractions, the fears, the doubts. And we learn over time, we build into a habit to spend more time having control instead of more time being out of control. Every day is an opportunity for you to start taking control of your life.
If you want to be a champion, if you want to be successful, you've got to live an active life. You've got to live an active plan. You've got to attack the day, you've got to win the day, and you've got to stack those wins to a point of where winning is just who the f you are. It's time to take control. It's time to make a plan. It's time to execute on that plan.
And if you want it, you gotta be willing to work for it. If you're daydreaming more than you're working, then there's a problem. If your day does not consume of work, then you are not going to reach your goals. And so I challenge you to put in work, to have some sweat equity. That means you gotta put the video game down. And that means when everybody else is going to the movie theater over the weekend, that you may not be able to go to the movie theater. It means that you might have to stay home. It means you gotta give up something to get something. Many of you have dreams and goals, but you will never get to where you're trying to get to from the bed. You will never get there from the couch. You will never get there from sitting and talking about it until you're being about it.
I want you to go out and I want you to execute. Go out right now, work on a project, complete something that is going to move you forward.
If you would get up, get out, and do something and put that sweat equity behind your dream, I guarantee you'll be successful.